What if I told you that your most instinctive reaction in any conflict is exactly what ensures your defeat? Pay very close attention because you're about to unlearn everything you believe about power, authority, and influence. There exists a critical moment, a brief silent instant when someone confronts you, challenges your worth, or accuses you of wrongdoing. That split-second decision can determine far more than most realize. It can define your standing, authority, and perception in any interaction. In that precise moment, most people respond as they have been conditioned to do. They defend themselves. I didn't mean that. You misunderstood me. I swear I am not like that. It may appear rational, even honorable, but Machiavelli understood that this is the exact point where all power can be lost. The moment you defend yourself, you expose vulnerability. You admit that your position needs justification. You transfer control from yourself to the person questioning you. In the games of influence, perception is reality. Hesitation, defensiveness, or even a slight uncertainty is immediately perceived. Observers do not see a neutral participant, they sense weakness. This is the unyielding principle Machiavelli recognized. The individual who defends himself diminishes his authority, while the one who refrains compels the world to respond on his behalf. Understanding this first trap is critical, because it explains why defense is almost always the first step toward defeat. Defending yourself seldom convinces. What it actually does is transfer power away from you. By justifying your actions, you enter the accuser's domain. You accept their frame, their narrative. Essentially, you are saying, you have the right to question me. You have the authority to define this interaction. Once that authority is ceded, they dominate the conversation. Even if you are correct, your reaction suggests guilt or weakness. Only the insecure rush to explain. Only the vulnerable feel compelled to justify. The powerful do not act this way. They allow silence to linger. They let the accusation hover without interference because they know the true strategy: transform the attack into a mirror, force the accuser to see themselves. Make them question their own certainty. Make them appear emotional, reactive, or unstable. Whoever speaks first often loses control of the frame. Machiavelli emphasized that controlling the frame is controlling reality. Whoever manages perception manages outcomes. Most people defend themselves because they want understanding. They believe that if they explain, clarify, or justify themselves enough, they will be vindicated. This is emotional weakness, not strategy. You do not seek clarity, you seek authority. Clarity is for therapy, for interpersonal resolution. Power is derived from being feared, respected, and untouchable, not from being understood. When someone calls you arrogant, cold, or selfish, the instinctive reaction is, no, you're wrong. You misunderstand. But the moment you react, you have already lost. You have proven that their opinion matters to you. You have validated their frame. You have handed them control. By doing so, you relinquish your most potent tool, mystery. Think about the most powerful people you've ever encountered. Not the loudest, but those who wielded silence as a weapon. Those who made others doubt themselves with a mere glance. Those who, when attacked, never flinched. Machiavelli would say, the one who explains submits. The one who remains silent forces others to fill the gaps, often overestimating his influence. This is the essence of strategic social power. When you do not react, the accuser becomes uncertain. They question their words. Their apparent power diminishes while yours grows. You have handed them a challenge they cannot process. You force them into internal conflict. This is how influence is inverted. Accusations die in the echo of their own weakness while you remain composed, commanding, untouchable. Let's apply this practically. You enter a room, someone throws a subtle jab. All eyes turn to you. Your move, say nothing. No defense, no explanation, no retaliation, just calm, still presence. In that moment, you are untouchable. Everyone wonders why you did not respond. Do they know something we don't? Are they above this? Silence flips the social frame. Presence speaks louder than words. Machiavelli understood this. having studied human psychology in depth. Power resides not in what you say, but in what others believe you could say and choose not to. If silence is insufficient, the most potent tactic remains: inversion. Someone calls you manipulative. Respond with calm detachment, if that is how you see it. Not defensive, merely composed. The accuser stumbles, expecting conflict. They are left holding the weapon themselves. Guilt, doubt, and uncertainty emerge. They begin questioning their own behavior. You have transformed their force into their burden without moving. Silence becomes unbearable for someone anticipating a reaction. The game flips. They were the accuser. Now they are the one seeking validation. You become untouchable. Machiavelli understood that words are tools for obscuring, not clarifying. Aggressors seek explanations because the more you justify, the weaker you appear. Let them fill the silence. Overreach, repetition, desperation. You remain unmoved. Judgment shifts. Observers notice composure, not content. Social power is derived not from being right, but from being untouchable. In professional and personal contexts, the effect intensifies. In business meetings, if someone challenges your strategy, the ordinary reaction is panic, justification, nervous explanation. The room senses it. The Machiavellian operator remains composed, perhaps offering a faint smile. If they speak, it is redirection. Let's hear your plan. The accuser performs under scrutiny. The audience shifts. Silence becomes an unspoken accusation. In relationships, it is even more potent. A partner says, "You don't care about me anymore." Panic, defense, and validation are ordinary. The Machiavellian remains calm, silent, and then states, "That is not my perception." Short, firm, no explanation. Uncertainty arises. Controlling emotional rhythm controls perception. Another tactic, disappearance. When insulted, do not respond, acknowledge, or react. Let absence act as a mirror. Silence exposes. The accuser spirals, seeking validation. Every attempt to provoke you only reveals their obsession and weakness, while you remain perfectly composed. Victory does not come from proving a point, but from their self-destruction. Accusations become confessions of their insecurity. You do not defend. You transform their energy into collapse. Machiavelli called this the turning of the blade. Do not meet the sword with a shield. Let them fall on their own weapon. The world teaches defending reputation. Machiavelli reveals the trap. Seeking to prove innocence admits guilt. The true strategist appears composed, elevated, and unshakable. Attempted destabilizers reveal themselves as unstable. The more you defend, the more you appear needy. The more you ignore, the more dangerous others assume you are. That assumption is where true power is born. Power is not proving correctness, it is commanding presence. In social arenas, silence, redirection, and precision are weapons. Confidence unsettles the insecure. Status is asserted without explanation. Aggressors strike air. Escalation elevates you. Mystery cultivates fear. Predictability invites manipulation. Fear surpasses love. Confusion surpasses predictability. A strong reputation, not merely good, ensures authority. Those who never defend themselves cultivate caution. Aura surpasses silence. Presence neutralizes attacks. Existence itself becomes defense. Effortless power emerges. Silence creates myth. Minds fill gaps with perceived strength. Influence arises from control, not approval. Excessive explanation isolates. Calm, impassive restraint inspires others to defend your cause. Machiavellian leverage, fortify posture, expression, composure. Fear emerges from unreadability. Stability mirrors chaos. Strength reacts. Immunity ignores. The ideal, immunity. Arguments end before they begin. Judgment is self-determined. From this moment, live in definition, not defense. Image, tone, silence define you. Your composure, your stillness, your presence command attention. Your enemies falter, observers respect. Influence is established not through fight, but through absence of reaction. And finally, share this wisdom. If this message resonated with you, like this video, share it with others, and spread the word of prosperity forward. Let the principles of power, composure, and influence ripple outward.